How's it going, Motor City Miner here, coming at you with an exciting update. Yes, I am mining a lithium with a AL box from Goldshell. I do not have an AL box. This is a remote mining session. Um, I had tried one earlier, but we ended up having some connection issues with DXpool. So James, has been nice. James from Goldshell was nice enough to try another session with me a little bit later. I know he's been rotating through a bunch of people, so you can see that I was in a session like earlier on the 26th, and now today I'm back into another session. Um, this is part of their community event, so I am an NFT holder from when they issued NFTs for the AL box, which also means that I have an AL box on the way. I did have to pay for it; it's not free. Little bit of a discount for NFT holders, so that's nice. But anyway, and a private link, so don't have to fight the bots and all the craziness, which is great. But yeah, excited to hopefully this session goes a little smoother. Um, so far so good. You can see, we've jumped right up there to 360 ish gigahash on the unit, so it is mining away for me. Thinking we'll check back, in a day, see how things are going. Um, Things like that. So, but yeah, so far it seems to be a lot smoother. It was almost immediate last time that I had issues. Uh, Again, don't really know what happened. I think it was probably pool side, and DX Pool was having issues. I know there's also been talk about DX Pool having issues with Elysium in general, just only really solving chain zero um, blocks, which is not a I do have confirmation that that is not a gold shell AL box issue. That is a pool issue, which is being worked on um, by DX Pool and the Lithium developers. Um, but yeah, not a gold shell AL box issue. If you put an AL box on Hero miners or any other miners, it still works correctly. So uh, it just seems to be something that DX Pool is having an issue, or you know again, I don't really know if it was purposeful or malicious or anything like that. But it sounds like it's something that everyone's working to address. But yeah, in the meantime, Goldshell is still using DX Pool for their testing, so that is where my um, hours are showing up. But yeah, really excited to see how this goes. You can see since they turned it on at they started my session right at 10 p.m. Eastern time. Uh, Already have earned 2.56 um, here, so that's pretty good for 2 hours. So we'll come back in like a day, see how it's doing. Hopefully, no drops on the pool this time. I do get 48 hours and as an NFT holder, so that's kind of nice. And then yeah, hopefully I will have a AL box here in the nearest future. It's either going to be one of the best decisions or dumbest decisions of my life. It feels very similar to the KS Zero and the Ice River purchases when those were all pre-ordered before any ASICs were out. Um, at least it seems like all the Bitcoin AL3 rumors are just that at the moment. No official announcements. So either this will work out great or blow up in my face. But that's what we're here for, is to find out. Um, play. We're kind of playing with fire, I guess. But I do really like the Elysium. So long term, I do want to keep mining it. So that's why you know even if these AL boxes become relatively obsolete. Still happy that I'll have something. It's just like I run my KS0 still. Something to keep stacking Caspa. Obviously, on the Caspa side, I do have some bigger miners. I have my KS 1.5s and my KS3M. But the KS0 Pros and stuff are still running strong. But yeah, so we'll be checking back in a little around 24 hours from now, see what my 24-hour paid out is, and yeah, go from there. So we'll be right back once it's been 24 hours. All right, guys. So it's been a little over a day. Um, and you can see we are rocking it with this AL box remote session. Um, so glad that that James was able to set up a new session since my first one did not work. Again, just had pool issues at the time. Um, so now that we're rocking it, you can see we're nice and steady, consistently above 350 gigahash, which puts it right about in line with the marketed 360 gigahash mark. Now you can see 24-hour paid. So since I have a solid 24 hours of data here, you can see that we are averaging almost 21 lithium per day, which is about where we should be. So let's take a look. So I'm going to jump over to mining pool stats. We're going to do a quick refresh. Again, with this large farm, it's pretty inconsistent, I would say. A lot of the times, the hash rate seems to be jumping up and down a couple hundred as they move units. It seems between Kyla Coin, RXD, and Lithium. So if I change this to 360 gigahash, you can see we should be getting 22.71 ELF a day. Now, this is a little higher than what I have gotten, and I have some theories on that. The biggest one being that the hash rate has again been very variable. Um, there was kind of a lull. You can see that it was a little higher. And again, this is on the pool side. Network total network hash rate is kind of hard to estimate, but it did kind of come down a little bit in the last um, little bit, and then it's pumped up again. So I think that this estimate is a little generous at the moment because it was lower. Um, Whereas now we're back up to slightly higher. But again, I do still have this session for a little longer, so we'll keep it going. We'll see what this 24-hour paid says um, at the end of my second day. Um, but yeah, so far it's pretty much where it should be. I also, since it's DX pool, what's in your unpaid versus balance versus 24 hours paid, it's possible that things just haven't really matured. So it's very possible that this number could be higher, especially since the unpaid is 10.8, which is more than half of 20.6. And say we got two periods of 10.8, that's much closer. That would be effectively 21.6, which is, really close to this number. So far, nothing's crazy. So far, nothing's really standing out as wrong. Um, a little lower than what Mining Pool Stats is estimating, but again, Mining Pool Stats is based on the exact difficulty at this exact moment, which is obviously going to vary as the day goes on. I also don't think we get into no, we really don't get into like um, it looks like at best we can do a day at a time. Uh, but yeah, so a little bump today. But we did have a little come down here, and then it came back up. Um, but yeah, unfortunately, it's really hard to say what's actually happening. That's making the little variations that we are seeing. I am curious what other pools this AL box will work with. Right now, um, Goldshell is pretty much testing them exclusively on DX pool for these remote sessions. So it is interesting seeing that some are already advertising AL box ready. My favorite pool is Viper, doesn't seem to say that yet. It just says, the FPGAs are fully supported, which has been the case for some time. I'm hoping that by the time I get this unit, that it'll be available on a few other pools. Um, I don't really have anything against DX pool. I just have found from my location to not have the greatest connection to their pool. A pretty high ping, even to their North American servers. So I try to use the best ping whenever I mine, even if I'm not solo mining. That's just how it works. So, um, I'm curious on other people's thoughts on DX Pool though. Like I said, I just typically haven't really ever used them because of poor speed connection. Um, so I can't really say I've kept up on them from a news perspective or their inner workings or anything like that. So curious on your thoughts down below on DX Pool. Just curious what other people have heard or experiences. So far, I seem to like it though. I mean, yeah, and having not really used it recently, it's probably been like years since I last tried it. It's nice seeing all the stuff here. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got for now. We're gonna wrap this up, tomorrow with another once another 24 hours has transpired and see where this number is. Maybe it goes up, maybe it goes down. I don't really know. See all these payouts have come, which are, it's fun. Day. No, you can see when a session first started and then didn't work and whatnot. But right now we're just chugging along and it's looking great. So we'll be back tomorrow and wrap up this remote session with the AL box from Goldshell. And we're back. Look at that. It has been another 24 hours. Just refresh the page, but you can see my hash rate is dropped significantly, and that's because my remote mining period has indeed come to an end. So sad. Was really enjoying all those lithium earnings for a little while there. It does sound like because I've asked James when to expect for these NFT holder boxes to ship out, and he says they should be preparing for shipment next week and hopefully ship out by the end of the week, which is super exciting. So hopefully I'll get back to mining a lithium at an insane rate in the nearish future. But yes, for now, unfortunately, my period of remote hashing has indeed come to an end. So you can see our 24-hour paid period, amount has indeed gone up a little bit since yesterday. I um, Again, it's just going to vary, but it's pretty much around where it should have been. I think yesterday we calculated out it should have been like 22. Um, if I calculate today, so let's bring up mining pool stats. Over on mining pool stats now, look up Elf. Yep, there she is coming up here. At this exact moment, apparently, I should be making 2154 lithium a day with 360 gig hash, which is indeed pretty much exactly what I'm getting. If anything, with the 1% fee on DX Pool, it's probably exactly what I should have. So, seems to have worked great. I really appreciate these remote sessions that they offer to NFT holders. It's a pretty cool idea that, like, while you're waiting for your miner to arrive that you've paid for, that you do get some hash rate immediately. I think it's a cool idea. I hope James does it on future, releases or orders. Again, it's just kind of a cool customer service thing that, if you anticipate buying a miner or um, have bought a miner and you are part of these community events, that you do in fact get, remote mining time while you're waiting. So cool thing, glad he did it for the community. Glad I got a opportunity to get these earnings from the AL box. Really looking forward to getting mine here in the next, hopefully, next 2 weeks. If they ship out next week, hopefully get it the week after. But yeah, there'll be an unboxing video when that does arrive. Again, super excited to get this limited edition box on top of that. But yeah, really excited to do that unboxing for you guys. Gonna kind of be like my KS zeros back when I got those, first A6 on Caspo back in the day. Now we're gonna have the first A6 on Lithium, so definitely gonna do, all my ROI calcs and track that for well until we hit that ROI. Again, it's either going to be the best or stupidest decision of my life, just like the KS0. Uh, and then that one did turn out to be, a pretty good decision. So Definitely looking forward to getting that in the next 2 weeks. Thanks again, James, for the remote session on mining and answering all my questions on the AL box. More content to come on the AL box, so like, subscribe, comment down below, and that's all I got on my AL box mining journey until it actually arrives. That's when we'll have the next one. Yes, the next vid on the AL box is when it is here. So stay tuned for that. Until next time.